looking at live pictures from Base Camp Alpha, Agra Fort. You can see tents and scouts cleaning up from dinner and getting ready for this evening's talent show. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Keegan Eatman from Scouts Canada.
And I'm Willie Shao from the Boy Scouts of America. And we are your hosts for tonight's show.
Willie, what did you get up to today at the Jamboree?
Well, I got another chance to go through the food houses where I saw the German black tent, inside of which I was able to eat some roast pork. An interesting fact is the German scouts use those tents for every single scout camp that they do in Germany. And so if you walk around camp, you'll see these German yurts all around the site.
That's awesome. Sounds like a great day. Yeah. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight. As usual, we'll get the latest on the weather here in West Virginia. And we'll be joined by the Secretary General of the World Organization of the Scout Movement, Arkad Alandawi.
Our field correspondent, Hannah Marte Ramsli, went to test her archery at the bows. We take a trip to Brazil at one of the wonderful food houses in the Global Development Village. And as always, Keegan will keep us updated on social media.
We'll also see scouts try their luck fishing in Goodrich Lake. We've had yet another wonderful day here at the Summit Bechtel Reserve, crossing my fingers that the sun keeps on shining.
Let's check in with Jamboree meteorologist Kyle Kipple for the latest update on the weather conditions here at the summit.
Cool temperatures, low humidity, and mostly clear skies. That's your forecast for a Saturday night. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kipple. Temperatures in Fahrenheit approaching the 60-degree mark here in southern West Virginia, around 16 degrees Celsius, again under a mostly clear sky. Temperatures will be feeling nice as we head into the rest of the weekend. An infrared satellite, that helps show us where the clouds are currently in the atmosphere, and the majority of those clouds offshore of South and North Carolina there, away from us here at the World Scout Jamboree. And that's thanks to this area of high pressure you can see here that's been holding its grip across the eastern parts of the United States. But as we take a look toward the west, you can see our next storm system that will be marching into our area within the next couple days, and that'll bring an increase in rain chances starting on Tuesday. Now, Sunday's highs approaching 80 degrees Fahrenheit in southern West Virginia, 89 degrees just to the northwest in Charleston, West Virginia, and Celsius around 27 degrees here at the Summit Bechtel Reserve under mostly sunny skies. You see the 3-day outlook and those warming temperatures, 84 degrees on Sunday, cooling just a bit on Monday, 83 degrees Fahrenheit, and 83 degrees on Tuesday as that storm system approaches. We'll see an increase in rain chances as well over as Tuesday approaches. In Celsius, 29 degrees for your Sunday, 28 on Monday and on Tuesday. In the next 7 days, you can see the rain chance as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, rain chances go up, 50% chance on Tuesday. Temperatures staying in the 80s in Fahrenheit and the upper 20s in Celsius, though, for the foreseeable future as we go through the rest of the Jamboree. Before we go, one last look at tonight's forecast. 62 degrees Fahrenheit tonight, calm wind, 17 degrees Celsius, with just a slight chance of rain under mostly clear conditions. Back to you.
It's been another great day here at the Summit Bechtel Reserve, with scouts exploring all the activities that the Jamboree has to offer.
Right now, in Base Camp Alpha, we have our field correspondent, Luke Muller, on site. Luke, tell us what's happening there.
Good evening, World Scout. Good evening, World Scout Jamboree. I'm here at the Base Camp A and B stage, where they're about to start their Traditions event, a somewhat of a talent show where a bunch of scouts from different contingents will be here to show what they've got. I have here with me Victoria, who's part of the Connected Experience team. Victoria, would you like to tell me about your role here?
Yeah, so what we're doing every night is we're putting on different programs trying to get people to connect to each other, because a lot of people are from different areas or they speak different languages, they have different cultures, and so we're trying to get them to make friendships that'll last beyond this World Jamboree. So we have different activities like board games and athletics and different things to do every night so that hopefully they could really make those friendships and experience Jamboree. Yeah.
And tonight specifically, I mentioned it's kind of like a talent show, but would you care to expand on that a little bit?
Well, it actually started out as trying to be a campfire because we know that a lot of different places have a lot of different ways to do their campfires. Like what we do in my state in Kentucky is very different from what my friends have described to me from Mexico and from Peru. so we're trying to get them to bring their songs and their skits and their dances and show us what they're doing. And then they had so many other things that they wanted to share, like different karate and different types of songs and dances that we aren't really familiar with and wouldn't do at a campfire. And they were so excited to share them that we're just kind of wanting them to share everything that they have for their traditions and share their culture with us. So up here, we're going to have 22 different acts on that'll do a range of different things and entertain us for the night. So we're really excited to see what everyone has to show.
Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to or hoping to see?
Well, I know it's very American of me, but someone back there just told me he's going to sing Country Roads, and I'm very excited to see how the crowd reacts to that, because I know that people really enjoy it, even if they didn't know the song before they got here a couple days ago. It kind of seems to bring a crowd together, so I'm really excited for that.
I've definitely heard that songs more times than I can count during this jamboree. Well, I think we'll all look forward to it. How long do you think until we get started?
We'll be starting in just a couple minutes, I'm sure. There's already a whole bunch of acts lined up back there, and we have our list going. We're just kind of trying to figure out a couple more organizational things, and then we'll get the show on the road. So it's definitely starting soon, yeah.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to that. We'll be back with you in a little bit, but for now, I'm going to send you guys back to the set.
Thanks, Luke. As you all may know, the theme of the Jamboree is Unlock a New World.
We asked scouts here to tell us how the Jamboree has helped unlock their world. Take a listen to what they said.
Unlocking a world is like going somewhere new that you've never been before and just spending time with friends, and then all the new friends that we're going to make on the Jamboree.
Unlocking a new world to me means connecting with people from other countries and forming bonds with them and learning about new cultures. It's very important so we can understand each other better.
I'd say it would be to experience and learn a bit about new cultures and what they have to offer.
Basically, trying out new stuff, making friends.
One step for all the scouts is like about more of the cultures, the people, all the Jamboree.
For me, unlock a new world means meeting other countries and other cultures, and also having the opportunity to speak to other people from the other corner of the world.
To make new friends and get new experience.
For me, it's just been really interesting to learn about the different cultures and the differences between the laws, the laws and the school systems and that kind of thing. How different it is across the world.
Meeting new people and having an exciting experience.
Meeting, for me, for here is meeting new people from different places all around the world, and it's just a fun experience, something I never tried before.
Unlocking a new world of the Jamboree means meeting new cultures and just experiencing life outside of what you already knew and experienced.
Know more people and different culture around the world.
For me, it's to unlock a new world in the Jamboree, to learn new skills, to unlock new friends, to make new friends, to get know to each other, and to unlock new knowledge.
To discover the possibilities and solutions for a better tomorrow.
For me, like a new world is meeting know new people, do new activities, and discover new culture.
Unlock a new world is discover new cultures, new people, and know what they do in normal life, and find the difference between my culture and theirs.
So good to hear scouts from all over the world sharing their thoughts. Those memories and experiences will stay with them for the rest of their lives.
We know the scouting movement is big. With 50 million scouts worldwide and tens of thousands of scouts here at this Jamboree, around the world, scouting is a force for good. And at the helm of this movement is Ahmed Al-Indawi, the 10th Secretary General of the World Organization of the Scouting Movement, or WOSM. Prior to serving as the Secretary General of WOSM, he was the United Nations Secretary General's Envoy on Youth. And Secretary Al-Indawi is the youngest person to be WOSM Secretary General. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much, Ian. Hi, Kelly. Really great to be with you. It's fantastic to finally appear in the show.
We're very happy to have you here. Can you tell us about your vision for World Scouting?
Well, it's as you put it. I mean, we're a massive force for good. We're an incredibly big organization today of over 50 million scouts in 170 countries. And as the world's leading educational youth movement, we feel a responsibility to do two main things. first to expand our outreach and reach out to more young people, because we believe Scouting can change lives, and it has been changing lives for many years. So we are aiming to reach out to more young people. In fact, in our vision, we aim to reach 100 million young people to be members of the World Scout Organization, and as a Scouts to contribute to the advancement of many causes around the world. But the second element of it, because we are a big force in the world, our responsibility as well to tackle some of the most pressing issues that we have around us, from acting against inequalities to dealing with the climate change, working for promoting gender equality, and a number of other issues. Here at the Jamboree, we bring all of these issues to one place, all young people together. I'll try to experiment how the next 4 years are going to look like, what issues we need to focus on, and young people have been reacting so positively to a number of initiatives that we have launched over the past years.
It's very true. So growing Scouting to 100 million of a force for good must keep you pretty busy. Can you tell me what a day as the Secretary General of World Scouting is like?
That's interesting. I mean, a day, not during the Jamboree, because our days during the Jamboree, they're so eventful. I mean, a normal day would be very much focusing on running the operations of the organization, but at the same time reaching out to a National Scout organization. You know, we're a membership organization, so we have 170 National Scout organizations. We always try to look after their needs, to see how we can support them, how we can be their partner in reaching out to more young people. But also, as I said, we're a part of this world, so there are huge demand in the world organization of the Scout movement from so many partners, really for us to be part of contributing to addressing some of the serious issues facing our planet. So trying to balance the time between dealing with the office work, dealing with the outreach work, dealing with issues that matter. So we're done all the time trying to look ahead and see what is the next big thing where we can be of value for. Again, having an organization that's over 100 years old is a big responsibility. As I always say, you don't inherit this. You just borrow it and you pass it on to the next generation. So my hope is that we'll be able to pass on the Scouting to more young people in a more dynamic way, tackling and connecting with the issues that matters around us.
That's awesome. That sounds like a very busy but important schedule to keep. So obviously, you, as part of a force for good, Scouts are always working on the goals for sustainability.
Yeah.
So can you tell me what some of those goals that Scouts are working on are, and what they're doing to help empower their community?
So you have in the Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 goals that have been agreed by all world leaders. As Scouting, of course, we subscribe to them, and we feel we have been contributing to that even before the adoption of the SDGs. But in terms of these 17 goals, we care a lot about all of them, in fact, but we care so much about the goal related to education and goal 4, because we are part of delivering non-formal education for young people, building leadership skills, building their capacities, and allowing them to contribute to the development of their themselves, but of their countries as well. We care so much about goal number 5. We have opted for gender equality. Scouts are he for she, and we have a big mobilization for promoting gender equality. We tackle so much gender issues related to environment. Goal number 13 is another one that matters to us, related to climate change. And you know, like the question of sustainability and tackling issues related to environmental issues is so dear to Scouting. I mean, as you see, we and nature are coming together all the time, and Scouting is conducting in nature, so we care so much about that. But really, I mean, if you look today and you go to our SDGs hub, or the hub we created where we bring all the hours of service from Scout there, we have over 1.2 billion hours of service contributed by the Scouts around the world to contribute to tackling these issues. Guess what? Our commitment is not to stop there. Our commitment actually to reach 4 billion hours of service over the next few years. And we can do it. We're so determined to do it, and have no doubts that all the Scouts who are following our live stream and listening to us, and all the Scouts behind us who are having a great time, will be part of this journey, this march, to make the world a better place.
That's amazing, and I know I'm ready to help and jump on board with that.
We need you.
So I've heard that WSM just launched a Panda Badge.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what that is and how I can earn it?
Well, the details how you can earn it, you'll find it online. But let me tell you why it's important. The Panda Badge is a long collaboration we had with WWF, as a leading organization that caring about the environment. And we have collaborated with them for so many years. Now we think it's time to step it up and to bring the Panda Badge to more young people who would care about the environment, that they would do contributions to protect the environment. So that comes actually not as a standalone initiative, because it's in the framework of number of other things we're doing. Now we have a new environmental program that's about to be launched. We are trying to bring all of these efforts that we do to protect the environment in a more coordinated way. So the launch of the Panda Badge today marks a renewed commitment from the World Organization of the Scout Movement to really be a strong partner in the efforts to protect our environment. And it's been said a lot, as we say in Scouting, we believe there might be plan B for everything, but there's no planet B. And we are committed to figure it out, and this is planet A, and we are so committed to do our share as the world's leading educational youth movement.
That's amazing. So I know I'm going to have to log on and get those details to try and earn it, because I saw a picture of it. It looks incredible.
It
so
is.
I'd love to be able to put that one on my uniform.
That would be lovely.
So you've been at the Jamboree for a few days now, and I'm sure you've met hundreds of scouts walking around and experiencing different things. Is there a particular story or moment that stands out as sort of inspiring to you?
Yes, so many. I mean, probably one of the moments that really was so moving to me is seeing some of the refugees, the scout refugees who came from refugee camp to participate. You know, this is the first time actually we opened the Jamboree and we do extra efforts to bring young people and fellow scouts from refugee camps, and seeing them having this trip from Dadaab camp where basically in a very impossible circumstances, one of these camps, they deliver absolutely no education for young people. The only opportunity to access any kind of education is scouting and delivering non-formal education. So for them, imagine coming from that reality all the way to this event and being part of the Global Scout movement, reminding all of us that actually scouts are changing the world day in and day out, and they are contributing to that. So meeting young scouts who came from refugee camps was quite a like awakening moment for me, because you realize that actually what we do is touching so many lives. But in this Jamboree, you can't really count how many stories and how many inspirations that you can find. Yesterday I spent most of the day touring around in sub-camps and meeting with young people, and the scouts there are full of energy, creating new friends, learning about new culture. And as I always say it, I mean, this is how the world should be. I mean, we are in the scouting, we are in the business of narrowing the gap between the world as it is and the world as it should be. And what's happening here is just a bright example of how the world should be. So this is it, it works.
Yeah, I think that's a great story, and it is true. We've got such a great group of diverse and unique people and countries here, so it's really cool to see those all sort of come together. Yeah. So I've got one last super tough question for you. What's your favorite activity at the Jamboree?
Okay, here's the thing. I mean, I wish I can say what it is, but I know I cannot access it because all the program is dedicated to young people, so not seeking any competition. I like all the water stuff, but the zip line, of course, that is over our head, I mean, is another opportunity to experience. I hope one day I'll get to experience it. But let me tell you, really, the biggest joy for me as Secretary General is seeing this energy. It's just being part of facilitating it, being part of making this experience possible for all young people who have showed up here, and just interacting with all the millions of scouts around the world who are following the event. And probably if there's one activity or sport I would like to focus on at the moment, is that, facilitating this remarkable experience for over 40,000 scouts.
That's amazing. I think that's a great activity to partake in here at the Jamboree. Thank you so much for coming to the show and joining us. We really appreciate it, and the inspiration you shared with us tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Jamboree features several different archery ranges at the bows. The activity includes a 10-yard or 9-meter instructional range, a range with 3D animal targets, and you can try to hit targets flying through the air. We sent our reporter, Hannah Marte Ramsli, out to try to hit the bullseye.
At this range, we'll outfit you with our releases, and we'll measure your hand, how big it is, how long your fingers are and everything, and just to make sure everything will be nice and smooth when you...
Pull it back to your anchor. All right. Okay. Well, you're hitting within the blue, and if you get the merit badge, it's enough success for me. So what's next is we're going to send you over to that range. You're going to shoot some dinosaurs. And
you want to choose your top?
What makes this archery different than everybody else?
We are the largest range of its kind in the world. Sometimes it's 3,000 to 4,000 archers a day at 6 different ranges. The ranges that you shot the Morel range, the static range, the 3D range, the sporting arrows range, crossbow, and long distance. It's really just amazing that people who've never shot archery before can shoot all these different kinds of archery.
Hi, I'm Rich Frost.
Hello.
Welcome to Static Archery.
Thank you.
We've built an adaptive archery station. People who are in wheelchairs can shoot. Arrow goes in just like this. It rests on there. Okay, and if you let it go, and have you hitting the target but not turning you into an expert.
That's amazing.
Come up here, two-stroke. So just
So you only shoot at the target that comes out of your machine.
Hvilken beskjed jeg ikke må få det? Du må det. Jeg har fått mange forskjellige beskjeder her.
Snu hatten, eller ta den av, og ta av eller tøkk skjerfen dine.
Ja, jeg vet. Mest opp. Just.
Yeah, ready. Thanks. 3, 2, 1, go! 2, 1, go!
You want to do a light one? You always keep it unloaded, always keep it pointed in a safe direction, and keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Pull, 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 pull. Click, click. More at the middle, and with the white fin down, drop it. So look at that one. Great. Retrieve your arrows. You're gonna have your leg next to the target, because if you yank them out, they go up with quite a bit of force.
You've done 6 ranges. What was your favorite? The first one, the Morel range. Right. Well, for having done 6 ranges, I want to present you with a I Shot All the Ranges patch that we give everyone.
Wow, there's more going on at the bows than I thought. We got to go there sometime.
That would be great. But now, time for your favorite subject, food. The Brazilian Food House is one of the busiest in the Global Development Village. We went to meet with their chef, who, like you, Willie, believes that if you want to learn about culture, it's best to do so through your taste buds.
$11. This one is a very traditional Brazilian dish. It's prato feito, PF, we're calling here. It's pretty much black beans, fries, white rice, and yeah, and this, see? Like a large chunk of beef and all of that. And people love it because it's a very good lunch. It's a very big lunch. Because we are small, we weren't expecting that the Brazilian food would be so popular. The U.S. has a large community of Brazilians. So we do have the Guaraná soda here, that's our top selling item. And the other thing, we kind of had to adapt to it. Most of all, I want people to recognize that Brazilian people are cheerful, are happy, and have good food. Meeting new people. Right here in the food house, because I'm just living in the food house area. I met people from, I met people from Germany, from Holland, from Canada, and it's a very good thing in the Scouts, you know, because you just have friends all over the world. Oh yeah, they definitely need to try some foods at the food house, because you can taste all the cultures, you know. You're trying the food.
I get hungry just by looking at that food. It looks delicious. The juicy meat looks amazing. I'm told that if you want to get some of that, you should go early because they will run out relatively quickly in the morning.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to get to Brazil quite yet, but I mean, the 2 we hit, Germany and Canada, have been great so far. So we need to get there because that just looked perfect. Yesterday saw social media flooded with your posts about the Jamboree's Cultural Celebration Day, as well as our Unity show. From the looks of your posts and our show last night, you all seem to be having an epic time. We hope you weren't too busy posting and were able to absorb everything that was going on around the Jamboree. Yesterday, we hope you made memories that will last you a lifetime. Part of the amazing sights around the Jamboree yesterday were the troop gateways. These are always a big feature of World Scout Jamborees. The 23rd World Scout Jamboree in Japan brought us everything from giant cows to Rubik's Cubes, castles to flags spanning over 12 feet. This time around, troops have impressed again. You've brought banners and flags, some even incorporating them into their gateways by making arches and using them as signs. Other troops have gone all out, making amazing constructions and contraptions to show off their culture and skills. As you can see, we've had everything from traditional-looking Korean gates to Sherlock Holmes' very own Baker Street pop-up here at the Jamboree. One UK unit even brought a banner copy of the Brownsea Island commemoration stone with them, which is an amazing tribute to the history of World Scouting. As always, we love seeing you getting all of your messages up on social media, and share them with us by using the hashtag ScoutJamboree.
Thanks, Keegan. I hear that Luke has got a hold of some scouts in Base Camp Alpha. Luke, what's the vibe there?
All right, a few seconds. Hey guys, I'm still here at the Base Camp A and B stage. A group from Japan just got off the stage. They had a fantastic dance that they just put on. It was great to watch. I actually have a few scouts here that are getting ready to go on live stage. Can you guys tell me your names and where you're from?
I am Maria and I'm from Peru.
I'm Sofian and I'm from Peru.
I am Cristobal and we come all from Lima, Peru.
Great. And what are you guys going to be performing tonight? Can you tell me about it?
Sure. We too are going to dance a Peruvian typical dance that it's called marinera, and he is going to dance another dance that is called festejo.
Was this something you guys knew before you came to the Jamboree, or did you have to do a lot of practicing here to prepare?
No, actually, in Peru, we all know how to dance. This is like the basic stuff, kind of. Festejo, we also dance it in our parties and something like that. But marinera is kind of harder and not so between the young people. So we have to practice a lot, yes.
Well, I'm sure your practice is going to pay off. Can you give us a little taste of what you guys are going to do on the stage? I don't want to ruin the surprise too much, but...
What do you want first, festejo or marinera?
You got to choose.
Let's go with festejo.
Okay, so
it's one basic step. So it's 1, 2, 3.
So, can I talk in the microphone?
I'll,
So the basis of festejo is we have this basic move that's moving a foot forward like this, and then bringing it backwards. It's very simple actually.
You have to move your hips a lot.
But we move our hips a lot and our arms a lot, so it looks like very decorated. May I show you?
Go for it. All right. That's great. All right. I'd love to see the other one, but I don't think we have enough time for that, so I'll catch you guys when you're up on stage. That looked great, though, and I'm very excited to see you guys with everyone else. So, thank you so much for showing us. It was great talking to you. I don't think I could ever be that coordinated. I should really learn how to dance. I'll send it back over to you guys at the set.
Luke, I don't think we're that coordinated either, so we're definitely going to have to get a lesson. Here at the Jamboree, Scouts have been trying lots of amazing things.
Have you ever thought about trying out fishing? We went to Goodrich Lake where they offer instructions and some pretty impressive catches.
Whoa! So the point of fly fishing is we're taking our lures and acting like they're insects, throwing the line out there onto the top of the water so that the fish will come up and bite it.
I'm Lisa Morse. I'm from South Florida with the International Game Fish Association. The IGFA is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the conservation of game fish. Well, one of the things the IGFA does is recognize angling greats, so accomplishments in the field of angling. So for example, we have the Fishing Hall of Fame, and actually Lord Baden-Powell is one of our Hall of Fame inductees.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! I built up Snapchat.
I'm Diego for Puerto Rico. Well, I like fishing because it's peaceful and you can sort of like reflect about what you're doing today and think, and it's just peaceful, and that's why I like fishing.
Some pretty impressive catches there. You know, Willie, I heard someone caught a fish this big.
Was that you?
Well, no, but it was a scout. Go down there and try your luck. The fishing activity is located close to the AT&T Summit Stadium on Goodrich Lake.
Before we say goodbye, let's check in with our Jamboree meteorologist, Kyle Kipple, to see what the weather will be like for tomorrow.
Willie and Keegan, a great night at the Jamboree is expected. Temperatures cooling to around 62 degrees Fahrenheit, around 17 degrees Celsius. Wind will be calm and skies mostly clear. A cloud or two is likely, and with only a slight chance of rain, around 10%. Those rain chances will be going up early this week, however. High pressure has been the dominant weather feature over the past couple days, but we're keeping an eye toward our next storm system. That's going to be a cold front swooping through the central portion of the United States. That will move into West Virginia over the next couple days. Take a look at the week ahead. You can see those rain chances. Those will be increasing on Tuesday, around 50% chance of rain, and the rain likely to continue on Wednesday and Thursday in pockets here and there. Temperatures warm, sticking in the 80s Fahrenheit and staying in the upper 20s Celsius.
Thanks, Kyle. That's it for tonight.
Don't forget to watch us tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. There's no New World Live morning edition tomorrow due to Scout Zone service and religious services.
Goodbye, au revoir, and adios.